All right, gang.
Hey, what's up?
Kobe Paysour.
How are the two new transfer wide receivers? So obviously you guys, so
Yeah.
with them, Devontae and Nate. How are they working in? What have you seen from them?
We are really just bonded in. It's like really a family here. So like when they come in, anybody who comes in, we just accept them as family. But on the field, yeah, they're doing pretty good. Tez burns everybody every time. Nate, same way, good receiver.
How do you, as someone who's obviously a competitor and wants to get as many snaps as possible, deal with another guy like Nate coming in that's playing kind of your position too?
Really, I really like share reps with him. So like I want him to get used to the offense just like I am too with the new offensive coordinator. So like we basically just taking turns and stuff, like just taking reps.
We were talking to Mac the other day. He said that at wide receiver, they just want the best guys out there. So even if you're maybe a slot, you could play on the outside if it means getting the best 3 or 4 receivers out there. How much are you working all the different spots at receiver?
Well, since spring started, I've been playing both sides and like trying to play slot. Well, I already play slot; it's my primary position, and then like playing outside, I'm just getting used to it, and so like it's just coming along. You know, it's kind of difficult. It's way difficult it's more difficult than the outside. I mean, than the slot because like it's the coverage and the press, and like yeah, it's just different.
Is Nate kind of a slot as well? So are you on the field with him a lot? It seems like you both might be similar.
It depends on the personnel. So like we got like different personnel. So me and him both can be on the field, and then like sometimes me and him will swap. Like he'll be in, I'll be out, and then I'll be outside, he'll be inside, or he'll be inside, I'll be outside. You know, it's just different ways for us to be on the field at the same time.
Kobe, how would you rate what you're seeing out of your quarterback, Drake May? And I think Max said the other day he hasn't missed a beat. Would you agree with that?
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
how would you assess what you're seeing out of him?
You know, Drake's gonna be Drake. He was Heisman runner last year. It looks like the same thing this year. So I mean, I'm grateful to be here with him. That's one of the reasons I came. So yeah, he's doing a great job.
How are the routes different in Chip Lindsey's offense as opposed to what you guys did before?
Steps are like the steps and some of the concepts are different than what Longo taught, and so I mean it's just getting adjusted to it. Really, that's it for us.
How has that been, getting adjusted to it?
Just looking at the plays, and it really kind of similar to like what Longo did last year, but like it hasn't really been that hard. Just really simplistic. You just got a mindset thing, you know.
We talked to John Copenhaver last week. He said that you guys have a different snap count, different cadence now.
Oh, yeah, we have like
There's more sound. And he said it's been a little bit of a struggle, everybody kind of getting on the same page with that. Now you're about halfway, a little more than halfway through spring. Where are you guys on that? How much of an adjustment was it for you?
For receivers, you know, we just always have to watch the ball. So it really hasn't been too much different for me, just watching the ball, watching the moves. And if I can't see the ball, I just go off like the offensive lineman, you know, when he steps back and stuff, so I just go, you know. It ain't really too much different for the wide receivers because we all try to
For the
watch
group,
ball.
are you seeing improvement there? You guys kind of getting closer to being on the same page?
Like the receivers?
The whole offense.
Oh, yeah. We're definitely on the same page. It's just getting that cadence right, you know. That's it, really.
A couple months ago, when Mac announced all the transfers coming in and he talked about Nate and Tez coming in, part of the receiving corps, he mentioned the one thing he loved about them was the effort. And even when they're not making plays on the ball, they're still trying to go all out and getting back to the play.
Yeah.
Is that something you've noticed about them and something they've brought to the offense?
Oh, yeah, they always, like, try to make plays. And if they're not getting the ball, they're blocking, you know, just doing what the concept is in the play. So that's it, yeah.
Do you feel like it's kind of like a fresh, like, kind of look? Like, it's like, do you feel like it's something that's been lacking maybe? Or is it just...
Not necessarily something that's been lacking. It's just like they just determined and want to play just like everybody else. So that's pretty much it.
Kobe, when you look at Antoine leaving and Josh leaving, all that production that those guys provided from the inside to the outside, like what are your thoughts about that? And this group, you know, having to sort of pick up, you know, what they provide. I mean, there's a lot of numbers that those guys put up.
Yeah, true. It's just like with Diami and Daz, it was before Josh and Antoine. It's just like different eras. So I mean, I feel like this is our era to just step up and take the opportunity.
You had some games where you played a lot last year. How did you see yourself grow from the beginning to where you are now? And what are some of your personal points of emphasis this spring?
I feel like I grew just watching Twan and Josh, you know, seeing how they play and how they approach the game, and how it affected me is just like me taking it more serious and like just looking in the playbook and studying other defenses and like who we were playing against and stuff. So that really helped me, you know.
And your personal point of emphasis this spring?
Really,
Sorry about that.
nah, you're good.
Keep going. It's
really?
a test run we're doing with that thing.
Wait, can you ask the question again? My fault.
Your personal point of emphasis and a couple things you're trying to improve for yourself.
Trying to improve on just like my footwork and just like playing outside receiver, just having the correct steps and just knowing the defensive coverages and what they're about to do before the snap and just looking around, you know, giving a good let's see, just a good offense, you know.
You mentioned the era before about like Josh Downs and Antoine. Now it's your guys' turn. What do you want your guys' group to be known for this era of wide receivers?
Basically the same thing, just going for 1,000 yards. You know the touchdown's gonna come, so just being very precise with what we're doing and on the field and like just making an impact, you know, this year.
Cubby, we've heard a lot about Elijah Huzzy having a good start to the spring, playing well so far as a transfer. Like, I'm sure you're not matched up with him all the time, but what have you seen out of him? And is he a guy that's caught your eye? Like, wow, he's ready for this level?
He definitely is. His technique's very good. You can tell when the receiver's about to drop out or anything, like come back, he's like right there on top of him. Like he has good technique, but yeah, he's great. He's a great DB. Coming from East Tennessee.
Sorry, keep going.
No, I'm saying he's a great DB coming from East Tennessee. So yeah.
Is it in any way surprising seeing a guy that was playing FCS football last year to being?
No, he really surprised me though, because I didn't know what to expect, you know. But like, yeah, he's a great player, and I feel like he's gonna have a great season this year. So.
Anything else that stands out about what he does physically or technique wise?
Yeah, he's physical at the point of attack, like playing like press and even like bail deep, playing bail. Like he's like right there on top of the receiver. Like whenever he breaks, he's just right there.
Alrighty, thanks, Kobe.
Appreciate y'all.
Great stuff.
All right.